not so bad. I got an F minus.
I can assure you it's no laughing matter, as at least some of you in the class seem to understand. I'd like to particularly commend Albert Ingalls for his outstanding work. All gold stars. Congratulations, Albert. Yes, Nellie.
Wasn't my work outstanding too, Mrs. Garvey?
Yes, Nellie, your work was excellent.
Thank you, Mrs. Garvey.
Starting tomorrow, we're going to have daily tests for grades 4 and up.
Wow.
It's for your own good, really. Everyone's grades are going to be posted on the blackboard.
Do you have to put the grades on the board, Miss Garvey?
Yes, Willie. That way each one of you can follow the progress of the whole class.
It'll just show everybody how dumb I am.
You're not dumb, Willie. You're just lazy. As are others in this class who shall be nameless, since they must know who they are. Now, the preliminary test should prepare you for the final major test at the end of the term. It'll be in 2 parts on the last Wednesday and Friday, and the results will largely determine whether you are promoted to the next grade or left back. Class dismissed. Andrew, I'd like a word with you, please. Your homework was one of the worst in the class. What on earth's been happening to you?
I don't know. I study. You see me at home.
Yes, I see you with your books open, but half the time you're daydreaming or your eyes are wandering off someplace else. What you need to do is apply yourself. Concentrate on your studies, the way Albert Ingalls does.
Albert doesn't study that much. It just comes easy to him.
Well, it obviously doesn't come easy to you, so you're going to have to do it longer and harder.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's no better time to start than right now, is there?
No, ma'am.
So I want you to go straight home and do your homework before any play and before your chores.
Ain't you coming?
Aren't you coming?
Aren't you coming?
In a while. You run along. I have to pick up some things at the Mercantile.
And so Nellie was telling me that you're going to begin a series of tests.
Yes, starting tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and a can of peaches.
Oh. Now, I know that you won't mind if I offer you a little friendly advice. Not criticism, mind you. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful if you awarded the student who comes in first in the final examinations a little prize, sort of like a little reward?
I like to think that learning, education, is its own reward.
Something like a nice big blue ribbon. Well, I'll even donate it. Of course, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if my Nellie won it.
I don't like to bribe the students for their efforts, Mrs. Olson.
Mrs. Garvey, may I remind you that I am on the school board? Now, I would like to see the standards raised. Therefore, there will be a blue ribbon donated, and it will be awarded. Now that that's settled, is there anything else that I can get you?
No. That's quite enough.
Mm-hmm. That will be $1.17, please. Oh, yes. Nellie was telling me also that your Andrew was doing very poorly in school. Such shame.
It's even more of a shame that your Willie is doing far worse than Andrew.
Poor little tyke. Takes after his father. But I do feel so sorry for you, my dear. Why, it must be so embarrassing to have your own son doing so badly.
I'd be willing to help Andy, Mrs. Garvey.
I should think you'd have your hands filled helping Willie.
Oh, no one can help Willie. He's hopeless.
Well, thank you very much, Nellie, but no thank you. Andrew assures me that he'll study hard to do better. Good day.
Good day. Well, my, that was kind of you, Nellie.
Just trying to be a good neighbor, Mother.
Oh, mwah. Yeah, I'd like to go on this skateboard and be really bad about it.
Thought I heard a storm blowing.
Sometimes I wonder how Harriet Olson has managed to stay alive for as long as she has.
What'd she do now?
She didn't do anything. For that matter, she didn't say anything. Nothing I didn't already know myself. But it's her way of saying things. Trouble was, she's right.
She's right about what?
About Andy doing so poorly in school.
Alice, the boy's doing the best he can.
Well, he's going to have to do better, much better.
He's in his room right now, pounding on the books.
Do you have any idea what it's like to have the son of the teacher near the bottom of the class?
Maybe you can give him some extra help.
Jonathan, I just don't have the time. I have to grade the papers and the test, prepare the next day's work, and run this house as well.
Lord knows I can't help him much. I never had much of a chance for book learning.
Nellie offered to help him
Why'd you take her up on it?
because I wouldn't give Harriet the satisfaction.
Alice, it comes right down to it. What's more important, Harriet's satisfaction or Andy's learning?
Of course, I'm more concerned about Andy. We'll see how he does on the first test.
I've been busting my brains and I'm doing worse.
I got 100. It's easy when you know how to study.
Afternoon, Mrs. Garvey.
Good afternoon, Nellie.
Hey, Andy, did you see my grades? Who wants to see your grades? Got enough troubles of my own. Come on, take a look. I want to show me how smart you are. What's smart? Boy, you got a 54. That's worse than mine. Yeah. Don't know what my folks will say when they find out. Guess we're both in trouble. Yeah. You want to go frogging, Andy? It'll take our minds off it. Sure. Let's go.
What you need, young man, are good study habits.
I want to learn, Mama.
That's the spirit, son.
But I guess I just don't know how, Pa.
Well, I'll get someone to teach you.
I could work really good with Albert.
He's the last one I'd set you up with. You'd be off fishing or frogging or gallivanting around, which probably explains why